The last thing that we're going to talk about in section 2 is the idea of congruent segments. That word congruent or congruence is going to be a very important word as we move forward through geometry. So congruence means having the same measure or the same length. It's really the same thing as equals, if you want to think of it that way. And we can use a symbol or we can actually use numbers to state that something has the same measure. So looking at my segments on here, AB and CD, notice how it says 1.7 centimeters and 1.7 centimeters. So just the numbers alone tell us that these segments are congruent or equal. But we can also use little tick marks like you see here in red on the segments. Those would also be congruent. Even if I have 2, sometimes you'll see that as well. If I have 2 on here, little tick marks, those segments are still congruent. Same number of tick marks tell me that they're going to be congruent segments. We do have a symbol that goes with this. I'm going to blow it up. You can kind of see it down there, but we would say that segment AB is congruent to, oops, that's really bad. It's supposed to be a squiggle. There you go. Is congruent to segment CD. Okay, so that would be the symbol. Just a real quick example for you to see out of this. Name the congruent segments in the sign shown. I'm going to show you a couple of them. But we should know that AB is congruent to AG, because those both have 1 tick mark. BC is congruent to GF. And then there's one more on there. CD is congruent to FE.